Williams is the national chair of National Shop Steward Network, which is set up by the RMT, one of the militant union in this country. And then he works with a lot of various trade unions and various trade unions and various activities and so on. It's an immense experience in terms of what the trade union movement is at the moment. So we invite Rob to just give us a brief intro.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. Tracy Edwards works at PCS Union, Civil Service Union, which has 260,000 members as well. Well, thanks for the invitation to come here, and hopefully what we say can be a bit of use. The last time I was on with people from Tamil Solidarity was before Christmas, outside the Sri Lankan embassy because of the students that were arrested in Jaffna University. So I want to make it clear that the NSSN, the National Shop Stewards Network, will do whatever it can to help the campaign to give justice to the Tamils, and whatever campaign is on at any given time. And I think the trade unions in Britain, but also internationally, have played a key role in doing that. Obviously, it was raised just now about South Africa, which was a massive campaign for the trade unions in Britain over decades, and actually plays a big role in it. You know, I think Tracy's going to explain a bit more really about what the unions do day to day. You know, they represent workers at work, and I would say anyone in this room, by the way, if you are in a workplace that's got a trade union, join the trade union, wherever that union may be. If it isn't a union, think about joining a union and getting a union in that place. The reason why it's important is because the trade unions in Britain still have over 6 million members. And the reason why that's important is because, unfortunately, you know, the word's not out yet about what is happening to Tamil people enough as far as working class people are concerned, or people are concerned. So with 6 million people, if we can get a message over to 6 million people that there's a problem in Sri Lanka, there's a crisis as far as Tamil people are concerned, then we can get the word out. And the National Shop Stewards Network, every single week, we put out a bulletin to thousands and thousands of trade union activists just to tell workers in this country about what's happening to workers in this country. But we also, every week, have a section that tells workers about what's happening in all parts of the world, keep them in touch, and also to build support for those campaigns. Now, I was at Unison conference. Unison is one of the biggest trade unions in Britain, with nearly 1.5 million members that work in the NHS, in the councils and other places. And Unison passed a motion to support Tamil Solidarity. And what became clear at that conference is there is a huge amount of sympathy. I think working people have a natural sympathy for people that are the underdog, the people who are in difficulties. There's a natural feeling to support those and to build them support in that way. And therefore, for them to support the campaign is a big breakthrough. And of course, the reason why trade unions are important in this campaign is because in the workplace, we're all equal. In that, we're all fighting the boss. So therefore, it doesn't matter what our background is, where we come from. The fact is that to the employer, we're just a number. To the employer, we're just a bus driver, a nurse, someone that they can extract as much profit out of. And in work, because it's the basic issues that come up, then people are united. And I'll give an example of that. Last summer, 28,000 bus workers went on strike in Britain for an Olympic bonus. Because they increased work, they felt they should have a little something for it. Those bus drivers must be the most multicultural section of workers in Britain. We know that because we all catch the bus from time to time. But they all stood together, they all fought together, and it meant that anyone who tried to separate and split up those workers on racial lines or ethnic lines or national lines or gender lines, couldn't do it. So they all stood together, and that's why the trade unions, I think, are very, very important. Just a couple of extra points, and that is about, it's important as well because we need to expose the role of the British government as well, and to tell workers what their government is doing in their name in Sri Lanka. And of course, workers in Britain don't like the British government at the moment because they're forcing us to pay for this crisis as well. So I'll just make that, the last point I'll make is this. If we can build this campaign within the trade unions in Britain, at this stage is to build publicity for the campaign, pressure, but also don't forget, all those military companies, British Aerospace, other companies like that, have workers in Britain working for them. They're all in trade unions. If we can build the campaign within those trade unions, we hopefully can get to the stage where if atrocities are being carried out, I don't think anyone in this room thinks that that danger has passed, then the unions hopefully can raise with their companies, why are we building, why are we part of this, why is there blood in our hands in Sri Lanka? So I'll just say, thanks for the invitation. We will give you as much support as we can. If you want to give us information, we can spread that around the trade union movement. But we want to work side by side with you and give as much support as you can so you have a successful campaign.